I had said that I was going to do a few short clips with Tart on the subject of collar conditioning and how to use the electric collar to create more excitement and more desire. A lot of this was in response to the TV program where these two ladies were talking about the fact that the shock collar can be really harmful to dogs. So actually I had a chance to look at the original paper done by the University of Bristol in England, and it was extremely scientific. Lots of measuring of saliva and lip licking and a lot of things like that, but no mention whatsoever about trustworthiness, bonding, training procedure, collar conditioning, etc. And in the end, they came up with the conclusion, I'm going to get this right, I jotted this little sentence down verbatim. Following training, 92% of owners reported improvement in their dog's referred behavior. Then a couple sentences later, these findings suggest that there is no consistent benefit to be gained from e-collar training. I wanted to look at the original TV broadcast, and when I went to try to find it, it was off the air, but there was a little line underneath that said, critics, what does it say? I don't want to get this wrong. Critics say that shock collars are harmful to dogs. Okay. Critics say. Isn't that neat? Critics can say anything. Critics claim that Ferraris are ugly. Critics can claim anything. How about somebody that says experts claim? People that know something. That would be more meaningful to people that are trying to learn something or get something out of the message. So anyway, my idea is to take Tart, the little dog that we started in a short series on creating desire, but now she's a little older and she's ready for collar conditioning, and I would like to show how to use the electric collar in conjunction with excitement, which we could call the game, to create more energy, more excitement, and more desire. So I'm just going to start that journey, here, with this dog who's been through all this his whole life, and starting by putting on the electric collar. And as you can see right away, he certainly doesn't act scared or damaged or whatever. So the idea is to use the excitement and the electric collar to create a type of conditioning where these two go together and create a sequence. The electric collar, the tiny nicks, the desire, they all work together. So always this first step is the excitement. See, now, if this was really a harmful thing to this dog, sit. Now, I've got this dog in the right frame of mind. He's excited. He wants to play the game. I have my electric collar set on a very low number. In his case, it's a 2. So now I'm going to reinforce a command that he's doing, which is sit, sit, sit. But then I combine that with more excitement. And this, he is sitting there because he knows that in a couple minutes or a couple seconds, he's going to resume the game. It's going to stop, and then it's going to go. The switch is going to be on, the switch is going to be off. And I'm the one that creates that, and he is conditioned to this. He knows that the electric collar, this bumper, and me are all part of the game. And the game is for him to love his work and to be absolutely reliable and compliant in his work. So here we go. 8, sit. I can stop and start anytime I want. And he loves it, and he's looking at me to find out when he gets to do A or when he gets to do B. Sit. Fetch. Okay. Yip, yip, yip. Sit. Sit. Collar conditioning. Sit. Reinforcing a command he's already doing. I don't think any person with a normal mind could look at this process and say that the electric collar is harmful to dogs. I think that would take an extremely biased person that has no facts and no information about the way an electric collar can use. You know, you can take a fountain pen and you can stick it in your eye and become blind. You can take a fountain pen and write a symphony. And in the end, you have the two things. You have a blind man or a concerto. So you have to decide if you want to learn the proper way to use an electric collar or if you want to just follow what the critics claim.